viewers, and welcome to another episode of the Top Notch Coaching Network. My name, once again, is Confidence with me, and I am always delighted to be here on this channel, Touching Lives. Today, we want to continue with our financial teaching series. We just started the financial teaching series, and this episode is the part 4 on the irrevocable laws of wealth creation. Last week, we talked about the law of productivity. And we agree that productivity is your ability to package your value into goods or services, or even into both of them. So today we want to build on the law of productivity. We want to discuss a very important and vital law that will enable you create wealth. The law we want to discuss today, this law explains why a lot of people can start 5 businesses in less than a year and still pack it up. This law explains why a lot of our youths, the youths of this generation, are into fraudulent activities. Without missing words, this law is a difficult law to abide by. And like I always say, a law, when it is broken, has consequences, because life is full of cause and effect. If you cannot keep this law, you will hardly be able to build wealth. This law is fundamental to growth, to wealth creation. And what law are we talking about? We are talking about the law of growth. The law of growth in the wealth creation process. Yes, the law of growth. As simple as this thing may sound, it is a very vital law. A lot of people have tripped over this law, as simple as it is. The matter is not its simplicity. The matter is your ability and your tenacity, because that is what will matter as you have started anything that you decided to start based on what you have learned from this channel. If you check the dictionary defines growth as an increase in volume, in size, in number, or in strength. It can also be the act of getting bigger or higher. So let's say that you have started or decided to start a line of business based on your value. You have decided to package your value into goods or services, or into both. Now my question is this: does that mean that you will begin to get calls? Your phone will begin to ring off its hook from calls from customers for your products or your services? Does it mean that you have customers beating down your door asking for your goods or your services? Or does it even mean that you will begin to be an instant hit simply because you have taken the step to package your goods, your value into goods or services? Of course not, because Rome itself was not even built in a day. Do you remember the parable of the growth process as narrated in the Bible? For those of you who are not acquainted with it, let me tell you the process as narrated in the Bible. The process is first the blade, and then the ear of the corn, and then the full corn. I take that again. First the blade, then the ear of the corn, and then finally you have the full corn. These 3 simple processes explains the process of growth in building wealth. And interestingly, even when you have the full corn, you must still wait for the corn to mature before you can begin to eat its fruit. Statistically, it has been said that it takes 3 to 5 years for a new business to become established and profitable. My question to you, who has just started this or whatever line of business you have decided to start based on your value, my question to you is, are you truly willing to give 3 to 5 years of your life for that thing that you have decided to start? Because the truth is this: for a beginner, it is going to be very tough. You might find it difficult to even get clients. So in those 3 to 5 years, when nothing is working, are you going to pack it up? Within those 3 to 5 years, if you can't build a client base, are you going to pack it up? This is Why? It is very, very important that when you are starting things like this, when you want to when you decide to package your value into goods or services, don't just package anything. Make sure that whatever you are doing or you have decided to delve into is something you truly enjoy doing. It's something that even if money is not involved, you will still find happiness doing that thing, because I guarantee you that you will be frustrated if you are into something, if you package goods or services that you do not enjoy, because while you are building it, while the times are tough, you might be tempted to pack it up because of the fact that you are struggling to build that business. And this growth process, if you boycott it, I guarantee you as well that along the way you will sabotage your wealth creation capacity. So if you have started anything, remember that it will take time for you to build the client base, because Rome was not built in a day. If you have decided to start anything, if you have decided to package your goods or your service, your value into goods or services, then I implore you to be patient with yourself and with the world. Growth is a daily process. It is not a day's journey. If you can be patient with yourself and with the world, very soon the weight of the world will become lighter and you will begin to enjoy the fruit of your patient labor. Your fear should not be how you will grow. Your fear should be that you are standing still, because that is where you will have a challenge. If you are not ready and willing to put in your effort now in building that business or that goods or service, if you are not ready to put in all it takes now to create the future that you desire for yourself and your family, then be ready, probably in your old age, to deal with a life that you do not want, because the earlier the better. If you don't grow it now, the 3 years will still come. If you don't grow it now, the 5 years will still come and it will grow. But the question is, will you be able to stick it out? Remember, before I round this up, that as you grow in that your business that you have started, you will gain experience. As you grow, you will gain mastery and knowledge. You will gain mastery and you will gain expertise. And as you grow in that business, automatically with time, your client base will begin to grow. And finally, you will begin to create wealth. Remember that rolling stones do not gather moss. So you have to learn to stick to it, and at the end, fortune will still smile down at you. And I am certain that if you can follow the growth process, first the blade, then the ear of the corn, and finally the full corn, then I am certain that I will see you at the top. Thank you and God bless you.